free throws too, so he's not one of those big men that you pull off the floor at the end of a game because they can't hit from the charity stripe.
No, and I'm sure they want to put him in that situation, but I will say too, Igor's got some really good assistant coaches this year too to help him out. But certainly the big thing now, because we saw in the last time coming out of a timeout, they got called for 5 seconds. So really the most important thing is getting the ball in, and then from there, then you pick up where the play is. But you'd love to see it go inside to Ayton, but it would be interesting to see what the Kings do to defend that.
23 points, 9 rebounds for the rookie DeAndre Ayton tonight. That leads the Suns. Josh Jackson's been excellent with 17. TJ's got 16. You talked about the assistants. We should mention them. Joe Prunty was a head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. Corliss Williamson's been a veteran coach. They call him Big Nasty back in his days in the league and also at Arkansas. And then you've got Jason Stout, Jamel McMillan as well. And right now they have sent out the same 5. Harrison, Jackson, Warren, Daniels, and Ayton onto the floor with 50 seconds left to go, and the Kings lead by 1. Jackson to inbound. Last time he got a 5-second call. Needs to get rid of it, and finally does to Daniels. Lobbing it to Ayton. Tough catch. Goes up with it in the lane. Can't get it. Blocked by Bagley, and a big defensive stand for the Kings.
But I like the way Ayton plays. He doesn't sit there and argue about a block or if he's fouled or not. He just keeps playing.
There's Frank Mason pushing off on Harrison and then hits the jumper. 3-point lead for the Kings, 30 seconds left. Suns need to hurry. Shaq off for Daniels. Now Ayton holding straight away. Hands it to Harrison. Shaquille all the way into the lane. Dumps it back to Ayton, who's fouled on his way to the basket. Bagley was there, and it's going to be a couple free throws for DeAndre to try to pull the Suns back within 1. 17 seconds left to go. Then they'll try to have to get a steal or foul the Kings. 44 free throw attempts for the Suns here tonight. It's going to be 46 after Ayton. He missed the first.
Yeah, Ayton 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Those last 2 free throws.
In crunch time.
Yeah.
It's good, though. Get the feeling out in the preseason.
Again, that's exactly what this is all about, setting the foundation, putting players in pressure situations, how they react, how they respond.
Now the officials discussing, and they're going to change the remaining time to 17.4. Ayton with 1 more free throw. Bends, shoots, and hits that one. 6 out of 8 tonight, 24 points to lead the way for the Suns. Timeout with 17.4 remaining and a 102-100 score in favor of Sacramento. And like I mentioned, and now the Suns need to make a defensive stop, and they need to do it quickly, either by trying to get a steal or then sending the Kings to the free throw line.
Well, because the Kings don't have to take a shot, so obviously there's going to be a foul. You look for a steal first, but 33 free throws for the Kings, 46 for the Suns. So did not shoot as many free throws in this fourth quarter as they had throughout the whole game. And again, missed quite a few free throws. No question that the Kings knocked down some big three-point shots in this game. But for this game to be as close as it is, and the Suns hitting what, 4?
Three for 20.
3 threes. And yet because of free throws,
yeah.
And to think if they had made even half those free throws, that they'd have the lead in this game.
No question. And as you mentioned, the Kings have been excellent from deep. 11 of 25 for Sacramento, and a big reason for that, Yogi Ferrell's 6 for 9 performance individually. He leads all scorers with 25. Ayton has 24. And we'll see what the Suns can do defensively and whether or not they send the same 5. It looks like Mikal Bridges is going to check in. He's a guy who can give you some defense when you need it with that length. Elia Kobo also into the game with Jackson, Ayton, and Warren. And the 5 for Sacramento, Bagley, Gabriel, Farrell, Mason, and McLemore.
And Warren with the most experience for the Suns. And I like the guys that he has out there. Put young guys out there, put them in a pressure situation to see what they're going to do.
If you're going to pick somebody to foul in this group, Marvin Bagley has struggled from the line so far. Gabriel also another option, the big man. Here's Akobo, and he will foul Farrell with 16 seconds to go. Yogi Ferrell probably not the first guy you want to send to the line, an 80% shooter, but he has missed a couple tonight.
So you've seen him and Frank Mason next to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know Mason's got the tall hair.
A little bit more hair, yeah.
But I still think Mason is taller than Farrell.
Mason listed at 5'11", Farrell at 6 foot. Go figure. And there's a miss. Suns needed that. Farrell now 1 for 4 from the line. If there was a bone to pick about Yogi, it would be the free throws tonight. Other than that, he's been superb.
Yeah. Been a real leader on this team with handling the offense.
And look at the Suns bench. They're all up on their feet. They're into this. They want to see if these guys can pull this out. Down by 2 with 16 seconds left. One more free throw for Farrell, and he gets that one. So it's a 3-point Sacramento lead and a timeout for the Suns with 16 seconds to go.
Well, you would think that the Suns don't want to foul, or the Kings don't want to foul, but yet the Suns have not shot well except Ayton from the free throw line.
It's true. So what do they do with a 3-point lead? What do you do, Ann?
Well, a 3-point lead, certainly you're going to contest a 3-point shot. And they'll give up a layup before they give up the 3-point shot. Even as bad as the Suns have shot the ball, you look who the 3-point shooter is. Troy Daniels, T.J. Warren is a 3-point shooter and is going to put points up for you. But, you know, for the Kings, I mean, they've got the lead. So they can kind of sit back and dictate really what they want to do.
Suns with 16 seconds. You could elect to just get an early 2. A quick
early 2, go inside, get Ayton fouled,
exactly.
Get fouled again, and Ayton's, you know, I'd rather take 2 free throws, get the ball back.
No timeouts left for Phoenix, so that's another element here in the final seconds of the game. Preseason game number 1, and the fans here at Talking Stick Resort Arena is certainly getting their money's worth.
Yeah, what a treat. I mean, honestly, everybody's been so excited for preseason to start, the season to start, and to see all these young guys and how they're going to respond. DeAndre Ayton has been wonderful with the media and really been accommodating, and the veteran players have really responded to him on his desire to learn and to understand the game better from the veterans.
So here we go. Josh Jackson again to trigger it in. Far sideline, still looking. Finally gets it to Daniels. Step-ins to a 3. Can't get it off the rim. There's Ayton. He lost the handle, though, and Gabriel comes up with it. He had to foul him.
What a great try by Ayton. Ayton sent a nice pick and do a good job with Troy Daniels. Didn't have quite as open a shot as he would have liked, but great hustle by Ayton. Double-figure rebound.
He did get credited for his 10th rebound there. Tim Kempton reminding us from row 1 here on Press Row.
10 and 20?
24 and 10 tonight. There's a conversation that was had up in Flagstaff. Everybody wondering, what can you expect from this big guy? Is he really going to be a double-double machine from the start?
A 2010.
Maybe he is. Yeah, more than just a double-double, a 2010 guy. Here's Gabriel missing the free throw.
Now remember, both these teams are young teams. Both these teams finished with the worst records last year. So, I mean,
it's the preseason.
Yes, and so this is not.
So just as we won't
Boston
fly off
or
the
Golden
handle,
State or Portland or
we won't fly off the handle
Houston,
about Ayton, but we also won't do that about Bender and his struggles either here tonight. It is preseason game number 1. One free throw for Gabriel makes it a 4-point game. Shaq gets it to go with 3 seconds left and gets the quick foul on Mason. So the Suns still in this. 2.8 remaining. 104-102. The Kings lead.
And the home opener is the 17th. Wednesday, October 17th against Dallas.
That's right. And in that game, that'll feature the matchup of DeAndre Ayton and Luka Doncic, who was the guy that a lot of folks thought maybe the Suns would consider if they weren't going to take Ayton at the number 1 spot in the draft. And Dallas thrilled to have their hands on this young wonder kid from Europe.
And going back to the Kings, we didn't even see Zach Randolph tonight.
Nope.
And Bogdanovich, who is an unbelievable player for the Kings last year, I mean, he's out with a knee injury.
4 to 6 weeks, yeah.
So, you know, there's a couple players that didn't. Shumpert didn't play.
No, Iman Shumpert, one of their veteran additions in the offseason.
You know, so this is also, I think, Dave Yeager's looking to see, you know, from the young players.
Mason ices it with a couple free throws. Okobo's 3 doesn't go, and the final score, the Sacramento Kings 106. The Phoenix Suns 102, and that does it here. Preseason game number 1. I think overall we saw a lot of things that we were hoping to see coming in, Ann.
A lot of positives, I think, taken out of this game. The first quarter, I thought the team really distributed the ball well. We were very unselfish. Certainly, I think the 3-point shots are going to come, and we saw the veterans sit most of the night, but I thought that the chemistry with most of the players on this team was very good.
Yeah, I agree. And as you see on your screen, next up, a team from New Zealand, the Sky City Breakers, will be here Wednesday night. That's a 7 o'clock jump ball against the Suns. And you'll be able to catch that action on Fox Sports Arizona, as well as Arizona Sports 98.7 FM with the Hall of Famer Al McCoy and Tim Kempton on the call there. Then I'll be back Friday night when the Portland Trailblazers visit Talking Stick Resort Arena, a 7 o'clock jump ball for that one as well. And that'll be streamed right here on the Rise Network. And you've got some travels ahead. Wish you safe travels to you.
Well, it's always great working with John, and, exciting for the certainly for the G League team.
Yes,
and which you'll be working, but also, this is a great start for the Suns, I think. Yes, it's a loss, but there were so many different things that happened in this game that Igor Kokoshkov was able to work with the players as far as calling timeouts and pressure situations, out-of-bounds plays, and free throw situations and so forth. So I look for a bright beginning.
Again, the Kings with the win, 106-102 behind 26 points from Yogi Ferrell. The Suns were led by DeAndre Ayton, their first pick in the draft, as advertised. 24 points, 10 rebounds in his first preseason game on 9 of 16 shooting from the floor, made 6 of 8 from the free throw line. I have some people to thank for tonight's broadcast. Our producer, Sean Deloney, and our audio technician, Renee York. Thank you so much for all your work. For Ann Myers-Drysdale, the Hall of Famer, my name is John Bloom from Talking Stick Resort Arena. Good night, everybody.